welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Old. We're your host, Mark and Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hello there.
Right, so we're on Disney, back to Disney. Last time was
Mm,
Cinderella, and we're going a year ahead, and we are covering Alice in Wonderland. Uh, Walt
mm,
Disney production, obviously, released by RKO. You see that in the beginning credits, right? And
mm,
it's a combo. It's based on a combo of bits from what Alice in Wonderland, the first book, and Through the Looking Glass.
mm.
Um, and I have to tell you, when I finally read Alice in Wonderland, I was like, well, where's this bit? Where's it? And then I realised there was a second book.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Through the Looking
Mm.
Glass was the thing. So yeah, and Alice in Wonderland is kind of based on cards, and Through the Looking Glass is placed on a chess game. There's
Mm.
actually a chess game part of their story. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't
No.
matter about any of that. Um, right. I mean, I've seen this film several times. You've seen it several times?
Oh, yeah, a bunch of times, but
Bunch of
it's
times.
been about, I'd say 15, 20 years
Yeah,
since I've
it's been a
seen it.
while. I
So,
don't think it's been that long for me, but haven't seen it in quite a while.
mm.
But I do remember it's quite distinctive and it's
Yeah,
remember, isn't it? So what's your feeling on this film?
it's a really fun little film. Like
Yeah,
it's,
it's a charmer, isn't it? I really enjoy this one. This might be one of I think my favorite from this, even more so than say Peter Pan, from this
mm,
kind of era of Disney, the earlier era. When it gets to sixties, that's his own thing again,
mm,
in my head anyway. But this has got that 50s charm that Cinderella had, right? Um,
mm.
yeah. And I think it delivers. It's kind of true to the story in many respects, and
Yeah,
kind
I've
of
not read the story, so I will admit that first up, but I do,
yeah,
from what I understand, this is a pretty close approximation.
yeah. I mean, the
Like Alice
story,
is visually a bit older than she is in the story, but and it's as you said, cuts up between the two.
yeah,
But that just opens it up to well, if you enjoyed the film, you'll really like there's two stories of this. So
yeah. I mean, the books are very episodic. Each chapter is like Alice in some new
mm,
situation. Um, so there's absolutely nothing wrong just cutting the two stories together. It
yeah,
totally works. It totally
okay,
makes sense within the world of Wonderland, right?
mm.
Um, so we get the framing story is exactly the same too, pretty much exactly the same.
Okay, so
She
Alice is
falls
bored
asleep.
listening to
Yeah,
her sister.
yeah.
It wasn't clear whether that was her sister, but according to Wikipedia, yep, that's her sister.
Oh, I didn't even know
Talking
that.
to her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was like either a mum or a teacher.
a teacher
But no,
or
that's
a
her older
companion.
sister
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
Uh, Teaching her lessons on history, and she dozes off several times. Sings a little song, and then falls down a rabbit hole,
Yeah,
literally.
well, she crawls into a rat. She sees the white rabbit
Mm.
with a dressed up with a clock, and it's like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
he's late. He's
Um,
late.
yeah, and the books. I mean, the first Alice in Wonderland, she does fall asleep. She falls down a rabbit hole, and then it ends with her being attacked by the cards, just a bit like this. But then she wakes up, and there's a flurry of leaves
Mm.
touching her, which felt like the cards. That's what
Okay.
wakes her up. Yeah. There's tiny little references to much bigger parts of for example, we do get the Cheshire Cat start reciting a bit of the Jabberwocky.
Mm.
And there's references to the Mome Rath
Yeah.
and so that.
Well,
Um,
she straight up sees the mome rats.
yeah. In fact,
So,
I think it's the Jabberwocky is the thing I was aware of, and when I read the first book, it's like, where is it? And it's
mm,
actually in Through the Looking Glass. That's why.
yeah. Now
Um,
they were gonna have a Jabberwocky in it. There was gonna be a whole song. Like I was reading a bunch of stuff on the
cool.
stuff that was in the books that they just couldn't put in the film for time.
Yeah.
So the whole there is a Jabberwocky song, and there is a demo reel of it, so you can
Okay.
find the Jabberwocky
Oh,
song.
I might take that out and have a look.
It's kind of just the poem, just sung in a sort of jazzy way, but with
Yeah.
some changes. But yeah, it does exist out there,
Yeah.
and there's apparently concept art as well, but I couldn't find that.
Yeah, I remember at school learning by heart the Jabberwock. It's one of the
Hmm.
few poems I know by heart.
Hmm.
I'm not sure I could do it now, but yeah, but I always liked it. Interestingly, Alice in Wonderland's premiere, first showing to the public, was in London. That's the
Oh,
Square
interesting.
Theatre in London. It
Hmm.
premiered 2 days before the New York premiere. So 2 days later, New York City was released.
Hmm.
So yeah, apparently it didn't make its money, and the
No.
critics didn't like it. But when it was re-released in '74, which is probably when I went to when I was a kid, it made a ton. That
You telling me that
re-release.
the in the era of LSD, that
Alice
Alice in
in
Wonderland
Wonderland
did
did
very
all right.
well.
Yes, that's right. Um, so
Yeah, I know
yeah,
Fantasia's re-release at the same time did very well, and that's kind of you
yeah.
get high and watch that.
And
So,
also, weirdly, there were some mid '70s films that were basically massively influenced by Fantasia.
hmm.
So it's possible not only was it a box office success with that re-release in the '70s, but it inspired other people to make similar works.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's I'm trying to think of the voice artist on this. The White Rabbit's got that distinctive voice. The
Yeah,
is
so
Winnie the Pooh, right? Is that
n- uh,
no?
no, it's not Winnie the Pooh. He is in this. Let me just get.
Oh, is he the March Hare or the Man Hatter?
I
No,
think he's the.
Tigger's the Man Hatter, right?
Okay, so Sterling Holloway, Winnie the Pooh, is the Cheshire Cat.
Right,
Uh,
of course he is.
the the Mad Hatter is Ed Wynn, who isn't Tigger, as far as
No,
I can
he's
see.
Piglet, right?
Uh,
I might have that
no,
wrong.
yeah, he's not.
Oh
No,
no,
he's
my
not.
mistake.
He's
No,
not
no,
in it at
no.
all. He's in Mary Poppins.
Right.
So,
Wow. Oh
yeah,
yeah, he's the uncle, right? He's the
yeah,
mad
he's the
uncle.
uncle.
Yeah. Um.
But it's Bill Thompson who voices the White Rabbit was also the Dodo. He's also Droopy, like,
Oh
and yeah, a bunch of other sort of off one-off characters in other Disney films. For
yeah, I
example,
could hear the droopy.
he's
Yeah.
one of the kings in Sleeping Beauty, and he's a bunch of characters in Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
So
So she sees this white rabbit wearing a waistcoat, who's concerned about being late. So she sees him go into a burrow. She crawls in and starts falling down a hole. And she says something as she's falling. I will think nothing of falling off the step or something like that.
mm,
She's tumbling slowly down this void. Uh,
yeah,
that's kind of a famous meme, isn't it? If you're getting confused about something, yeah, I often see that
I've not
posted.
seen.
Ah, okay, I have seen it.
Mm,
When you're going down a rabbit hole, basically, if
mm,
someone goes on a YouTube rabbit hole, this is where the expression comes from.
yeah,
It's Alice. She lands and she's trying to get through a door and she finds a bottle. And I like how Alice always gives herself good advice, um,
yeah.
which she doesn't follow mostly.
It was
Uh,
weird seeing this again. Like I said, it's been about 20 years. How annoyed Alice is clearly through most of this. Like she's getting mad at everyone.
yeah, but
Like
she's very
just
polite, isn't she?
yeah. She's
She
both.
never.
It's like just please open the door and stop giving me this
Yeah.
bad instructions. Like oh yeah, the key's back on the table. It's like okay, well you
Oh,
just
it's
got
all
to eat something out
stress,
there.
isn't
It's
it?
like
It's all stress.
okay, yeah, sure.
It's a
And
bit
it's
like
just
modern life, right? It's just stress, stress, stress.
yeah. And
Uh,
given the heat wave that's affecting the UK, I now feel that. So
yeah.
so it's
So
like perfectly encapsulated with the bit where she encounters Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and she's just trying to walk past them,
yeah,
and
and
they
they're
keep
just
dragging her back. It's like, no, 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 that's not polite. You say, how do you do, and you shake hands, and then
yeah,
you,
and they're
like,
going about contrary wise and all this.
yeah,
So yeah, I like that bit. Tweedledee,
mm,
Tweedledum. Not in the first book, it's one of those things that
yeah,
jump out at you. Um,
mm,
So there's a bottle which
mm,
helps her then get to the height she needs to, but she forgot to pick up the key.
Well, the key
Uh,
wasn't there until
oh, that's
until it
right.
got
Yeah,
pointed out.
yeah. There's a
Uh,
lot of this throughout this.
yeah,
I mean, the whole film and the original book is dream logic, pretty much.
yeah,
It's that kind of thing. Um, she keeps kind of drinking and eating things which makes her grow or shrink accordingly.
yeah.
Um, Now, the original book also has kind of a satire element, and you can kind of here and there you get a gist of it. For example, when they're talking to Bill the Lizard, that's
Mm,
kind of a parody of how the aristocracy or the landowners talk to the peasants. It's
mm,
oh, you can do that. It doesn't matter how dangerous it is. Yeah, you'll be fine.
yeah.
There's a bit of that. So she's just getting fed up because she can't get through this door. And she starts to cry and
And she's giant.
she's
Yeah,
a giant, so she floods the room, and then she shrinks again and falls inside the empty bottle in the flood of her tears.
yeah. So now she's floating in an ocean, and
Right.
the
I'll
face on the
agree.
door
I'll
just kind of
agree.
swallows her.
Yeah, I'll
So
agree though, right? Floating in your
yeah,
own flood of
yeah. I
tears.
do like she's immediately like, wow, I need to get control of myself.
Yes.
Immediately afterwards.
Yeah. So she goes for the keel. That I think the first things she encounters Tweedle Dum and Tweedledee.
Well, no, she encounters the dodo and the various birds and the
Oh yeah.
lobster tilde. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, she encounters all them
Oh yeah.
swimming and rowing across the
Oh
ocean, and
yeah.
then
They're
doing
all
the Caucasus
swimming.
race,
Yes. Now
which
that's again satire of a political thing, right?
mm,
Like we got to keep going, good boys. We don't get all that, right?
yeah,
Um,
just keep running in the water to get yourself dry.
yeah.
So
So she then encounters Tweedledum and Tweedledee, who give
yeah,
us a nice little vignette of the walrus and the carpenter and the
yeah,
oysters,
and
which is traumatic when you're a kid.
yeah, that's
Oh, what
brutal.
the
That's
sweet
way
little
worse than I
oysters.
remember it.
The sweet little oysters. Yeah, and they done so cute. And then the
Yeah.
walrus lamenting and mourning the passing of the lobsters because
I do love
oysters
I
because
do
he's
love
eating.
he's like clearly he's not crying, he's got the meat sweats. Like
Yeah,
he keeps like tapping at his eyes and then at his forehead and then his eyes.
these remind me of some of the characters from Pinocchio, right? The
Yeah.
ones that are constantly leading kids astray.
Mm,
Oh, I feel so sorry, but they went to a better
yeah.
place and all that.
Yeah.
So Alice is like, yeah,
It's
there's a moral
great. And then
there for the if you're an oyster,
yeah.
she says. So then she carries on, and she actually finds the rabbit's white house. She gets mistaken for I've forgotten the name, but
Marianne.
Marianne,
Yeah.
for a maid, right? And
Mm.
go get my gloves. And finally, she she finds she's
Just
looking for her
wanders
gloves.
into his room. She finds a little box with a bunch of the eat me food. She's like,
Yeah,
well, guess I should. And just eats some. And while still searching, grows to the point where her legs are sticking out the ground floors. Her arms are sticking out the first floor
yeah, she's
windows.
gigantic.
And
This
she's
is
just,
where they Rabbit asks Dodo for some help, and then this is where they get Bill the
mm,
lizard to
yeah, you
first
got
let's
to
talk
go down
about
the
we'll
chimney
burn the
and then
house
just pop.
down.
No,
Yeah.
that's after Bill.
Oh
Because
yeah,
they try and shove him down the chimney to pull the monster
yeah.
out.
But Alice sneezes right and
Yeah, sneezes because
blows.
of the soot that blows into her nose,
Yeah, now
and it
that's a little
fires
different.
Bill
Yeah,
the lizard up into the orbit because
yeah.
he never comes down.
So in the book, she actually kicks Bill,
Oh,
and the same thing, but she kicks him rather than sneezes, right?
okay.
Because she thinks he's gonna hurt her. Because I think they like literally talk about killing her or something like that in the book,
Yeah, that
right?
tracks. Yes.
um. So
The
then the
dodo then
dodo
starts
wants to
setting
burn
fire
the
to the
house down,
house.
but Alice eats something else, a carrot, right
Yeah,
from the garden.
she steals a carrot and to goes to eat it, and the white rabbit's hanging off it, going, "Well, you can't have my stuff." She eats it and she
Yeah,
runs off screaming, but
yeah.
she then shrinks back
So
down.
3 inches tall, and then she finds herself with these pretty butterflies who are very curious, but they turn out they're
Bread
pet.
and butter flies.
Oh yes, and it turns
Yeah,
out, and she's in basically a garden, and all the
yeah.
flowers are sort of
The gossipy
talking,
flowers, they're
gossipy
awful.
flowers, and I saying, let's sing her a song, and each type of flower saying, now let's do one about this, which is their flower, and in the
Yeah,
end, the head one says, no, we will sing this song because it's about all of us.
yeah,
It's about the pretty flowers in the garden. But then they turn.
yeah. Because
And they
they're
say,
like, "Oh,
what
what flower are
sort of
you?"
you're not a something vulgaris, are you? What's that? A weed.
It's like, and all the flowers go, "Ugh, a weed, ugh."
Ugh.
She
And
goes,
then
"I'm not a weed," and he goes, "Well, you'd never admit it if you were one." And
yeah,
start
there's
going,
plenty of that.
they just shoo her out, and at that point, it's like, "Well, fuck these guys."
Yeah. Um, there was a lot of British voice acting in this, wasn't there? Not all. The sillier characters tend to be American, but Alice was
Hmm.
British.
Yeah,
The caterpillar is British, is English. Um, it was kind of interesting. They made it. I
yeah,
mean, it's set in England, right? It's Alice is
yeah,
English in the book, so it kind of makes sense. Um, but it does make me laugh when
yeah. So,
she gets to the caterpillar scene is so iconic.
yeah,
Um, who are you? All
yeah.
that smoking
He's
as well,
just
the letters.
bothering her, and
Yeah.
even I like that there's like a bit of pushback from Alice, and then the caterpillar immediately pushes back even harder.
Yes.
So
But
it's
they
like
kind of
he's just,
compromise.
yeah,
He gets really annoyed when she says, I don't want to be 3 inches. It's a wretched size. He goes,
yeah.
I am 3 inches. It's perfect. And she's like,
It's
but I'm not used to it. I'm not used.
exactly the
Exactly.
right height. Yeah,
She can't say it either, right?
yeah,
Precisely. Um, yeah, so there's lots of fun kind of wordplay, expressions.
yeah,
It's quite absurdist, the whole thing.
yeah.
It's
And I
very,
like the bit where the caterpillar's trying to be kind of vague and mysterious, and Alice just keeps asking questions. And it's
yeah,
like,
and
one side makes you larger, and one
so
side
it
makes you
makes you
small.
so.
And she goes, one side of what? And he just gets right in her face. He's like, the mushroom, of course, and flies off.
Yes. Yeah, and because he turns into a butterfly instantly,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
When
And
when
enrages him.
yeah, when she makes him mad.
So she's got these two pieces of mushroom which make her grow and shrink. Mushrooms! Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a
Yeah.
weird bit where she grows too tall, and there's a whole bit with a bird in her nest screaming that
Yeah.
Alice is a serpent.
A
Serpent.
serpent. Do you eat eggs? Well, yes, I do. Do it. There's all that,
Yeah.
right?
So
So
she
yeah.
gets smaller, and there's a pretty funny bit where she's small for a second time. She's holding the two pieces of mushroom, and she kind of sizes herself up. Like she uses her arm to sort of measure her height, then licks the mushroom and gets to the right height.
Yeah, yeah, pretty smart. Let's just talk about the general animation in this because the flowers, mate, sort of made me. I
Hmm.
really, really like the way this is animated. It's
Yeah.
Cinderella was a similar way, but they go in next level really with all the flowers and all the
Hmm.
different creatures in this. Um, it's quite a joyful kind of film, really.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is why it's so delightful to watch, right? It's just a pleasant. The other thing is because it's episodic, you don't have to sit and watch in one go. You
Hmm.
can watch a bit and then come back and watch a bit, and it doesn't matter because
Hmm.
you just know Alice is in Wonderland. As the scenes don't necessarily follow in terms of, we're going from A to B to C. It's just A2, A3. They're all Alice
Hmm.
getting confused and meeting strange characters. I really. What do you think of the
Oh,
animation?
I I've noticed something on the Wikipedia that I like that they've done. They've organized the animators by characters.
That is brilliant
Yeah. So
because it
Milk
gives them a
Carl,
distinct feel, doesn't it?
yeah. Milk Carl, I know is like fairly famous for doing like a head wiggle on all of his characters.
Right.
So he kind of like has their heads bob to side because he's the only one that could convincingly do that.
I'm trying to
Uh,
think when that happened. That was the Tea Party,
it's the
right?
yeah, it's the White Rabbit
And the White
and the
Rabbit.
flamingos
Oh
do
yeah, the
were
flamingos are
animated by him.
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like loads of
That's a really good idea. That is a
mm,
really good idea.
yeah, more pages should do this by animator, just so you can credit
Yeah.
the bits to who did it.
Ah.
But yeah, really pretty animation, and yeah, there's like one, two, three, four. There's 10
Oh
direction
wow.
animators, so
Okay. Ah.
there was a lot. So Yeah, they clearly it all worked well together, and where there was contrast, it worked in the film's favor.
Yeah, it just
So,
looked like she was in a difference because all it's almost where she was reflected her mood. It's sorry, the background coloration, things like that.
hmm,
Um, or when she went into a scene where it was more colourful, she perked up, and things like
hmm.
that. It was kind of cool. And what about the music? What do you think of the music?
The music was mostly forgettable, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
Very
I
Happy
do
on
remember it
Birthday
when you
is like
hear
the
it.
standout,
Yeah.
but like completely forgotten about Golden Afternoon. The Caucus Race they sing like half of. There's a longer version available.
Yeah. And there's the
I
Flowers song, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's Golden Afternoon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And but then there's the song she sings at the start. Completely forgot about it.
Yeah, and the opening song,
And
Alice
I
in
guess we'll
Wonderland.
count Painting the Roses Red.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah,
But
that's good
yeah,
fun.
that's
But
again fun, but also very forgettable.
yeah, they work in the film. While you're in the film, you're enjoying it. But like you say, you don't like. It's not like Mary Poppins where you know the songs well outside the film, right?
Hmm.
It's part of the film, in it really. Um, and the
Yeah.
voice work.
Also,
Which
it's weirdly one of the first diegetic songs of Disney, where it's like they are just singing. It's not like the scene flows for the song. Like the
yes.
characters just stop and sing for a bit. Uh,
Well, I mean, they had it with the crows in Dumbo, didn't they? And the dwarves. The dwarves were singing "Hi Ho."
well, no,
Yeah.
so well that's more like that's in the scene, but this
Oh,
is
I
like,
see.
okay, we're gonna sing. Like we want to sing a song. What should we sing? Like
Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah,
I see what you mean.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So, where were we? She
Uh,
then. Oh, voice work
she
as
gets
well.
lost.
I mean,
Yeah,
the voice work is excellent in
yeah.
this.
Catherine Beaumont's really good. I know because there was a series of games called, well, there is a series of games called Kingdom Hearts, which is like a big Disney crossover. Catherine Beaumont came back and voiced her in 2002. So like
Wow.
50
Nice.
something years after.
Wow.
So, and yeah, it's quite convincing. So like,
Yeah, she did. She was very good. She got the
mm,
tones and the exasperation without getting angry. The whole how Alice
mm,
was. It kind of
yeah,
you got completely from the voice work, the mood. As
mm,
you didn't need to look at the animation to get the mood right. It just
nah.
made sense. Um. So
Like I say, sometimes the animation was more underplayed than the voice acting. Like
oh yeah, that's true.
later on in the film, when the Queen of Hearts is about, and she's making Alice jump through all these hoops to actually talk to her. She's like, "Oh, bow, courtesy," and then say, "Yes, Your Majesty," and Alice just clearly just goes, "Yes, Your Majesty." It's like
Yeah.
that, and but the animation played it as if she was actually saying it, but the voice
Yeah.
acting clearly not.
Yes.
Yeah, really liked that. We will be hearing more of Catherine Beaumont, who played Alice in this,
Oh, will we?
because she is Wendy in Peter Pan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Well, which is the next film on the
Yeah,
list, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Peter Pan as well. I do like Peter Pan. But
Also, going to hear
Al
a lot of Tweedledee and Tweedledum because they're in quite a few of these films.
Oh yes. I
Like
mean,
that
we're
guy
getting this
is,
over and over. I mean,
yeah,
we've got voice actors from Winnie the Pooh in
mm,
this and all sorts, right? So yeah.
yeah.
Um, so she now she adjusts her
She
size
gets
by
lost in
licking the
the,
mushrooms and stuff like
yeah,
that.
whole euphemism there that we're not going to go into, considering I know some of the nature of the book,
Yeah.
why the book was written. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's lost in the woods again,
Yeah.
and she bumps into a Cheshire cat.
Who often just fades out apart from a smile.
Yeah,
Um, Now, we also get some very, very classic lines from the original source text within this film, like
yeah,
we're all a bit mad here, and things like that. Yeah, the Cheshire Cat is quite iconic.
mm,
Um, and sometimes scary even.
yeah,
It's an odd character. So she's talking about, she's like, where can I go? Where are you going? And I don't know. Well, in that case, you're not lost.
mm,
All that sort of stuff. And he suggests talking to the Hatter
The
or the
Mad
Hare,
Hatter.
right?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so these are iconic characters of madness in British culture. A
Mm.
Mad Hatter. March Hares famously in March, hares are seen acting kind of insane in fields. They just go kind of
Yeah. Well,
crazy.
it's their mating season, so they're like
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
and
That's what it
yeah,
is. So
just
there's two
fighting.
iconic things. So we get the iconic Mad Hatter with his what is it, 10 shillings and sixpence
Mm.
tag on his hat and all that sort of stuff. Um, so they're busy celebrating and they're saying, well, what?
What are
I
you
was,
celebrating?
I was,
But
unbirth. I think unbirthday song's pretty iconic
yeah,
actually.
that's
That
the only one that's like really kind of
yeah.
I remembered.
Yeah.
So
And they say, well, 300 was one day it's your
mm,
birthday, but 364 is art. And they're all saying, oh, it's my own birthday and all that.
like
So,
it is. Oh, what a small world this is. Very
yeah,
happy of it. I do like they keep it rolling new characters. Well, they rolled them out the White Rabbit through as well.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, this," because they smash up his pocket watch after they sing a bit,
Yeah,
and they wind up
no wonder
Alice.
this watch doesn't work. It's full of wheels and things
Yeah,
like that.
and they start just
Get the
scooping
butter.
stuff out, and they get the butter, and they get the jam, and they get the mustard. Mustard? No, that doesn't make
That's
sense.
wrong. I say in
Lemon,
the middle.
however,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then they smash it, and they like close it, and it starts going nuts, and then they hit it with a hammer. It's like, oh yeah. That's a shame. It's 2 days. It was 2 days slow. It's like that doesn't matter. But yeah. And then
Yeah.
he
And
goes, "Oh, that was an unbirthday gift." And they go, "It is. What a small world it is." And then they do
they
like a big
start again.
celebration. They start singing again, and then they do like a sort of they basically throw him out of the garden in
Yeah.
a very celebratory way. And then Alice gets so wound up at a
She's,
riddle that they present
yeah.
that
What's it?
she leaves it.
What's
Why is a raven like a
like
writing
a
desk?
desk, and she says, "I don't know what." And the man goes, "What?" Yeah, it's like
Yes,
he'd never
yes,
heard it before.
yes, yeah. Why is a raven like a writing desk? What on earth did you just say to me? It's like, and they start like panicking, and she's like, "Oh, she's stark raven mad."
She's
So
mad. He puts the Scottish accent. Yeah, I really like the Dormouse in this. He makes me laugh
yeah,
always. He's just so. I don't really care what's going. Sleepy,
yeah,
right? So at this point, Alice is like, I just want to go
yeah.
home now. I just want to go home. She's fed
She's
up.
like, "I'm
Fed.
done," and she just starts walking down a path, and then she gets lost in Told You Would. And this is a weird little sequence.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I enjoyed this though. What do you think?
Yeah, it's just kind of like it's just frustration for Alice. Like
Yeah,
she's like, okay, what's like she just walks through a clearing and there's a bunch of hammerhead and pencil-headed birds all setting up signs, and it just says, "Don't touch the mome rats," with a
yeah.
big arrow pointing to a pile of what looks like grass.
Grass, but
And then the mome rats all jump out. It's actually their hair.
they're sweet little
And they
anthropomorphic plant things,
yeah,
right?
they all run into a big arrow and then replant themselves pointing to a path. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, great, I can go home, cool. And then she starts like talking it up, and she's running along the path, and she stops because there's a dog walking the other way with like a broom for a face, and it's just sweeping away the path.
Yeah,
And it just circles around her and carries on. She's,
yeah. So she's like, um, the cat does appear again, and
yeah.
because she's just fed up, right? She's
Yeah,
just
this is where we
sad.
get a lot of weird creature designs as well. There's not just that. There's a bird cage bird,
Yeah,
and then there's the eyeglasses bird that briefly lands on Alice.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
It's cool. It's cool, and it's. I mean, they're
and
drawing
the
a bit from
umbrella
surrealism
vultures.
there, aren't
Yeah,
they? From the surrealist thing.
yeah.
Because like I don't think that's in the book, but.
Oh, the umbrella birds are Jub Jub
Oh, the
birds.
umbrella birds is in the book,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure they
I
are.
read a thing that said that was designed for the Jub Jub bird that they were going to use.
Okay.
So okay,
Um,
never mind. Yeah, if they are in the book, then
I think they.
they're
Oh, it's
right.
been a
So
while, man. The thing
yeah,
is, if you read the book, if you read it on a Kindle, say,
mm,
you would miss the illustrations that often associate the original illustrations, which
yeah,
so it's worth. I could be wrong. It might be in Kindles don't usually have illustrations, but you know. Some books
Mm.
do. Whereas the printed one should have, or if you ever get a copy of Alice in Wonderland, get the original illustration copy. Flee through it and make sure there's illustrations because
Mm.
they add so much because you see what is being talked about much more clearly.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, so the cat
The
then
cat
suggests
shows back up
you
and
need to go visit the Queen of Hearts, and she turns up in this garden where there's all these cards are painted. We're painting the roses red,
yeah.
because they
I do love
planted.
the cat's logic there. It's like, well, nothing happens without her say so. So if you're gonna get out, you're gonna need her say so.
Yeah, so she does decide to go see the Queen, and these courtiers, these cards, are
Yeah.
painting white roses red
It's
because they
Ace, two,
accident.
and and three are all they've all planted the wrong color of
So they're
roses.
just slapping red paint about
Yeah.
because they
And
painted the wrong
they're
color.
very hopeful. It's like this will kill the plants, but we will live for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Again, that's part of the darkness of the original text. There's lots,
yeah.
a lot of elements like that. We're doing this just to live a bit more. All this,
Mm.
and then Alice meets the Queen, and you talked about some of the things, like,
Yeah.
talk to me
She's
properly and all this kind of thing. And we get this little pipsqueak as the king, who,
yeah.
who kind of whatever the Queen says, he repeats and acts like he said it in the first
Mm.
place. Things like that. So
Yeah.
she invites the Queen invites Alice to play croquet, but they're using is it a hedgehog? Moles. The moles as croquet
Yeah.
balls and flamingos as croquet mallets. And
Mm.
there's another
The
um
cards are the like archers.
arches. I thought there was another bird as well involved. Anyway,
Mm.
so but Alice gets a very, very silly
Yeah.
flamingo. It just goes floppy when she tries to take a shot, and she grabs it by the hand and says, "Do you want to get us both beheaded?" And
And
it
it kind
just
of
nods
goofily
his
laughs
head
at
and
her
goes,
and nods at
"Yeah."
her.
But she just grabs it right under the neck, right under the head, just
Yeah.
to
Mm.
hit the ball with its head.
Then it
Um,
straightens its legs and like kicks her up in the air, sort of thing.
yeah.
So
So the Cheshire Cat appears on the Queen's head and starts saying things. Basically, it makes the Queen think that Alice is being disrespectful.
mm.
And she's saying there's a cat, and the Queen's going where? She thinks Alice is playing a trick on her as well, right?
Mm.
Because yeah, the Cheshire Cat keeps appearing, disappearing, out of
Mm.
view of the Queen. So this this then
This winds up the queen enough that
Queen.
she's like, yeah, just cut off her head.
And the king says, "Could we have a trial, dear?" And she goes,
Please, for
yeah,
me.
yeah, all right. And then she gets Alice into what's it and says, "Right, first the sentence." She goes, "No." Alice is like, "No, you need to have a verdict, and then
Mm.
you have a." And the Queen's saying, "What?" And I got it all backwards.
Yeah.
But then at the trial, the Mad Hatter cut. Well, the March Hare comes on and they say, "What do you know about this?" And he's going, "Nothing. I don't know a thing." And the Queen's
Yeah.
saying, "Write that down. It's very important." And all this
Yeah.
kind of absurdist stuff, right? Um, but then she starts. Dormouse is a. Is it Dormouse a witness or just a
Yeah, Dormouse is one of the witnesses, and he's just singing like Twinkle,
little
weird
bat?
version of Twinkle Twinkle,
Little
the
bat.
little bat,
Oh, I wonder.
and she's like, "Jury, write that down. This is important." And they're
Yeah,
all just sitting there going, "Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle,
yeah.
twinkle, twinkle."
Again from the book. That's
Mm.
exactly the text from the book. But then when she mentions the Cheshire Cat appearing and disappearing, or she points it out, the Dormouse freaks out about a
Mm.
cat and starts like messing up the court in a big style. Um,
Mm.
so the Queen then orders Alice to be off with her head. So she grows the mushroom. She eats part of the mushroom and
Mm.
grows to gigantic size, and everyone's scared. Um,
Mm.
so then she shrinks back down, and they're all like saying, get her!" And she just runs away, and she's basically it then becomes hallucinogenic. She's running through like a multicolored tunnel
Mm.
that's moving, and they're all chasing her. And she gets to the door. She says, "Oh, please let me into the garden." And the
He's
door
like,
says, "You're already there." And she
mm.
says, "What do you mean?" He opens his mouth. She looks out. She sees herself sleeping in the garden. She's going, "Alice, wake up, wake up!" Because they're all closing in on her. Um, so she's saying to herself, "Alice, wake up, wake up!" And then you see her. sort of awakening
It
from
switches
sleep,
over
and it's her
to
sister saying, "Alice, wake up," and they have to go home for tea. And there you go. So fun. This film. It's one you could put on any time, in it really,
yeah.
and be absolutely delighted. Um, yeah,
Mm.
I like I say, where would you put it in your? I mean, I
I
know we
put it
haven't
fairly
come
high. Yeah.
fairly high. I mean, what I think we'll do is once we finish the 50s, we'll try and rank what we've done so far somewhat.
Mm.
Where we personally, what is the worst, what is the best, that sort of thing. We'll do a bit of that. But yeah, this is real fun.
Mm.
It does make me want to go back. In fact, I think I need to get a copy of the book because I want to read it with the illustrations again. I really enjoyed it. It's a really easy read as well if ever
Mm.
you get to it, because it's episodic, so it's really easy to that's that bit. I'll put it down now. I've read this bit. Um, so
Mm.
I would, I might go to get the Jabberwocky scene you talked about. Um,
Yeah, it's just the song. It's not an actual scene.
oh,
Uh,
okay, right,
and
right,
I know there is some concept art, but I'm not sure what it's meant to be. It doesn't look like the Jabberwocky. But yeah, maybe it's the what's it? Not the Malicious Kid. That's Roald Dahl. One of the other monsters that it sings
yeah,
about.
yeah,
So,
okay.
hmm.
Oh yeah, the slidey toes,
Maybe a Bandersnatch.
a Bandersnatch,
It's,
yeah. Yeah. So really, really enjoyed this one.
hmm.
Any final thoughts on this one?
No, not really. We kind of covered it all.
It's
Uh,
pretty, yeah. Don't want to say there's not much to it because there is a lot to
yeah,
it.
there's a
Because
lot to it, but it's
it's a,
kind of just go watch it if you haven't
yeah,
already seen it,
yeah. Because
because
us
like
describing the scenes is no
it
comparison
doesn't put
to.
it justice.
No. It's colourful, it's lively, it's joyful.
Mm,
You really engage, and it's like you're swept away for what is it, 70 minutes or so.
mm.
Um, so very fun film. How would you rate this one?
I'd rate this an 8 or a 9. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
give it a 4.5 out of 5, so 9 for
mm,
me. Really like this. We are in a really good phase of Disney, though, isn't it?
yeah,
Really high hit.
we got a good run
Starting
upcoming.
with Cinderella, well, Ichabod really, but in terms of actual features,
Yeah,
one story,
we are hitting
Cinderella kicked
golden
it.
age of
Yeah.
Disney.
So next time it'll be Peter Pan. So
Mm.
we got that to look forward to. All right then, let's wind up there. So bye from me.
Bye.